Hi guys, today I will be talking about NNSs or non-nutritive sweeteners. Another name for non-nutritive sweeteners are artificial sweeteners. That's basically anything in a pink, yellow, blue packet that we see in the restaurants and our grocery stores. Some examples of NNSs are saccharin, aspartame, acesulfame, potassium, sucralose, neotame. They were first introduced into our food supply in like the late 1800s, and then it was approved as a food additive in 1958. So we haven't been using them for that long. Stevia, on the other hand, has been approved by the FDA as something generally recognized as safe, which means there's insufficient evidence for ensuring the ongoing acquisition of safety data. So far, human studies show no relationship at all between saccharin intake and cancer. So I get a lot of questions from parents about this. People are very leery about them, but to date, there is no consistent, conclusive evidence that NNSs and the use of them lends to a reduction in caloric intake and thereby weight loss, cancer, or anything else. There are no studies demonstrating the long-term safety yet because we haven't been using them for very long. So although there's no data that shows that it causes anything, maybe over time it will. Manufacturers are not required to specify the content of NNSs in a product, so it's difficult to quantify our consumption of them. So long-term safety data may not even be available to us. Also, although manufacturers must report that a particular product contains a sweetener, there is no obligation to state the amount of sweetener that a product contains. So, did you know that NNSs can also be found in our drinking water? So far, hasn't posed a threat, but for people who believe that they have never been exposed to them, they may be surprised that their urine would show detectable levels. Most of us consume NNSs in carbonated beverages, especially diet sodas. That is the greatest contribution, but it's also found in things like chewing gum, oral rehydration solutions, and mouthwashes. So again, you can see why it's difficult to ascertain how much one is consuming on an individual level as well as a population level. So I think I'm going to cut it here. This will be part one of a series about NNSs or non-nutritive sweeteners. In subsequent parts, I will talk about whether or not NNSs help to fight weight loss, answer the question, is it a good alternative to sugar-sweetened beverages? So is a Diet Coke better than a regular Coke? Does it have an effect on diabetes and other potential health effects? Thank you so much for listening.